Whenever, wherever, we're meant to be together. I'll be there and you'll be near. And that's the deal, my dear. We're over. And hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Veve verse update OMI video. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Bro hugs for everyone and lady hugs for everyone as well. Now, for those of you that do not know, outside me being the real Randy Chavez, I was a financial advisor in my first business. I would tell clients, I would say like, hey, um, based on your deposits, your average daily balance, and what's coming in, what's going out, you should be able to afford this type of loan. I know you are able to make X, Y, and Z with this. Make 50% on your money if you're able to have get this loan for 20% a year, which I know is a lot, but again, high risk. You're netting an additional 30%. You could re-roll those over. I would just go hardcore, and I will make another video on how to actually underwrite. But again, as a financial advisor, I'll tell them, take this amount of money, have these payments, can you afford the payments, and then that's it. At the end of that, I would tell them, okay, at the end of my career, as I was leaving, as I made enough money to retire, I said, hey, what I am doing and what I suggest you do, again, I'm talking to my clients, saying like, whatever type of profits you get, put it into Bitcoin. If you can take out another loan, take it out and put it all into Bitcoin. Because on average, Bitcoin would make anywhere between, around 200% a year, give or take. And if the loans are only paying 20% on that, then by all means, take it. Now, that was before I'd heard of OMI. I have had 2 conversations with 2 clients telling them this. And the reason why I didn't do it with all my clients is because a lot of them are over the age of 50 and they're not able to get into, maybe they can get a Coinbase, but they're not going to get a Bit4X or Gate.io account. They're not going to have, this 2-factor authentication again. They're not going to be able to do all this in order to buy it. It's very, very hard to buy OMI. That's why OMI, when it cracked a penny, 1.1 pennies, that's really all it went, because it's very, very hard to buy. Now, outside of that, you have seen it crash. It is doing a very, very big dip right now. Again, the price was cut in half. It was a penny, 1.1 pennies. Now it is about half of a penny. 0.0053, I think it was, when I had left to make this video. Now, why is that? You're saying to yourself, and I hear you, okay, well, you have these big catalysts, like you have now 100,000 people, despite how hard it is to buy OMI, you have 100,000 people like myself that are OMI holders, that are able to say, like, you know what, I'm going to figure this out, be able to buy OMI, even though I need a couple of different accounts. And then you have 250,000 users on the Veve app. You have 3.5 billion OMI coins that were burned, never to be seen again, since the app's inception, since the start of it. You have everybody added to the marketplace now. More people added to the marketplace, the more OMI coins that are burned. You have so many people, you have these developers for the Veveverse and the Veve app saying that, hey, we have we have this license, it's 12 out of 10. It is game over. It is winner takes all, and we are the person that's going to take all. I have said before that the first to market is usually the one that takes the majority. These guys are first to market for this type of thing. NBA Top Shot, yes, they were first to market with one specific NFT. It was basketball. These guys have NFL, which is, okay, that takes that out. And they have about 15 other different brands, a bunch they haven't even mentioned yet. And some of the brands that they've mentioned, they don't have products for yet. They have them in the pipeline. They're just waiting to release them. And again, they have products for half a year. So why is OMI going down when you have all these major catalysts that should be making it go up? Okay, well, you have a couple maybe like last week, you had President Joe Biden say like, hey, I think that we could pay for this, this, and this if we tax the rich on capital gains. And everyone had lost their poop. They had lost their minds. It's like, oh my God, he said that he wants to do this. We have to sell everything before these capital gains taxes are huge, and we have to pay like 50% on our money, which is ridiculous. I understand it. But again, President Joe Biden saying something and then something actually comes to fruition is 2 different things. So there was a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and a lot of people were saying like, hey, I'm just going to take my profit now. I'm going to pay these tax rates while they're down here. And again, that's when you separate, the investors from like the financial illiteracy, when they say like, because anyone that studies politics a little bit is going to say, okay, well, Joe Biden says this, but because of the uh, Democratic people that have money, and not to get too much into politics, but you have like Chuck Schumer, you have people from California, Connecticut, places that have money, even though they're Democrat, they're not going to vote for that bill in the Senate. Even though it passed the House, it won't pass the Senate. So once people start to realize this, and they say like, oh, well, you know what? Now I'll just get back into Bitcoin because that's not going to happen. Bitcoin had a support line at $51,100, broke that, went down below 50,000 a couple of times, and OMI had a support line of 0.0055 or something like that, and it broke that. It went to 0.0053 again before I went to make this video. So when that happened, it was like 0.0067, 0.007, something like that. Again, this is after it had that initial spike when it went to 1.1 pennies, and then it went down to it. The resistance level is about 0.008, so about 0.8 of a penny. And had Bitcoin not gone down and OMI gone down along with it, because again they're connected, you would have seen this rise from 0.008 to about 1.2 cents. I believe. I think it would have broken that previous high of 1.1. And I think between all of these catalysts, I think that's where you should see it. I think it should be about double where it is right now. And then not only that, you have that 12 out of 10 announcement that they said they had, that winner takes all. Who knows what that is? But you have OMI being burned at an extraordinary rate, 3.5 billion since the Veve app's inception. There's only going to be more people. Like, there's only going to be more people coming in. As soon as this gets put on different exchanges, you're going to have more people buying that token. You have more people burning. You have more people getting to the Veveverse. Again, this is just the beginning. This is unlike anything we've seen before. And they have an announcement on Tuesday. They have a digital collectible summit. I think that's where they're going to release the statement, hey, we have this brand. And we're all thinking Pokemon. It might be Yu-Gi-Oh! Because with Alfred Kahn at the helm, the person responsible for bringing over Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And that licensing to America, that's what I think will send it to the moon. Despite what has been happening with Bitcoin, despite what's been happening with the FUD, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt throughout the U.S., because of the potential tax changes that wouldn't have taken place for another year or two anyway. So again, you get some people's knee-jerk reactions to that. That's why OMI has gone down. That's why it crashed. But I hope it goes down even further. I hope, again, I have about 2.3 or 2.4 million OMI coins. I hope it goes down further so I can buy more at a cheaper price. I hope it goes down to 0.004 something, 0.003 something, and I could just double down. Again, I am not even halfway to where I want to go. I want over 10 million coins, and kudos to you guys, or good news for you guys. I'm not selling. I don't care if when I get 10 million coins at under a penny, shoots up right to 10 cents the next day. I will not sell, because I know that as soon as I sell, it's going to go like triple, even higher. But outside of that, you have to be willing to. And some classical investors say like, no, you should take profit, which, again, you never went broke by taking a profit. But doing that, it would take up too much mental space for me to say like, all right, I'm going to sell here at 10 cents, and then it goes up to 12 cents, and then it dips. It's like, oh, well, I could, you're never going to sell at the tippy top, and you're never going to buy at the bottom, at the very bottom. You might, if here's the bottom, and you might buy here, that's fine. If the top is here and you sell here, that's also fine. But for me, I believe in this long term. This is something that I 100% believe is going to go to $1 by 2025. I think when it reaches around 50 cents, maybe 2023, 2024, that's when it goes on like Coinbase. Or we would prefer Binance, because Binance has a lot more money go through it each day. Because if you buy above $10,000, then you have a lot less fees that you have to go through than Coinbase. And where are all the big fish going to go that are putting in more than $10,000 per transaction, per trade? They're going to want to go to Binance. So we're going to hope Binance. But again, Coinbase, Binance, whichever, or it could be listed on both potentially. This is something where I believe when it hits about 50 cents and people are like, oh, there's money in this, then yeah, that's what it's going to be. Coinbase will probably have a little bit more money just because of the stock over the long term, but right now Binance is getting it. So again, it's not financial advice, not a financial advisor. This is just me trying to explain the reasons why OMI is crashing, why it's going down, why it might continue, and why I don't care. Why I'm happy about that. So I can buy cheaper. I don't want it to go to 8 cents or to 0.008 cents right away to meet that other resistance. If it does go past that 0.008, like if it goes to 0.009, 9/10 of a penny, I think it'll break through that resistance and meet a new support wherever that is. But that's, again, just predictions right now. And short term, I don't know or care where it's going to go. Long term, I have a pretty good idea where it's going to go. And I think if we all buy and hold, at least this is what I'm doing, we can make ourselves very, very wealthy this decade. I think Veve has won the decade. I think Veve has taken everyone else is going to go for second place. Even NBA Top Shot that came out before this, because they only have one product. They only have one thing. They're a one-trick pony. Everyone else is going to try to copy. And I guarantee you're going to hear a bunch of hit pieces on Veve saying like, oh yeah, it's nice and cute, for kids, but the competition is coming. We're going to have these people coming. These people come. It is going to take months, if not years, several years, for them to try to get licenses comparable to these guys. And they can't do it without offered comp. They just can't. So what if other companies will try, but again, they're just going to be competing for second place. The Veve verse is sprinting. They are sprinting. Like everyone else isn't even out of the gate yet. You have NBA Top Shot is kind of flopping along. They're doing a wee, but that is it. That is all the competition they have. And if the competition comes, yeah, they might trot out the gate. We are doing full canter. We are doing full speed, sprinting ahead, and we're a mile ahead already. They can, even if the other company, if we're growing like this and other companies growing like this, again, we're a mile ahead. They won't catch us. I think Veveverse has won the decade, and that's why I'm putting as much as I can. I've already put 5 figures in. I'm not going to stop until I put either 6 figures in or over 10 million OMI, whichever comes first. And even then, I might put in more because I believe in it so much. So anyway, guys, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love you all. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I do love you guys. All right, goodbye. Meow, 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 meow.